Hi guys, this is Jace Productions 105 and welcome to the first video in my Random Thoughts series, in which I'll just be, talking about things that come up, current affairs, new games, whatever. And today I will be talking to you about the general election in the UK. Now, if you're from somewhere else, like America, Europe, Africa, Asia, wherever, you probably don't know much about the general election. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about it just so you get to know. You might not want to know, in which case just skip this video. Thanks for giving me a view. But yeah, anyway. Basically, the general election is sort of like the presidential election in America, except slightly less big maybe, because there's like no king or queen in America. So the general election comes around once every 4 years, and it's split into parties. Like the main parties in America are the Democrats and the Republicans. Here in the UK there are three main parties, which are the Labour Party, and their leader is Gordon Brown, who's the Prime Minister at the moment, Conservatives, and their leader is David Cameron, and the Liberal Democrats, and their leader is Nick Clegg. Now usually it's sort of a competition between the Labour and the Labour and the Conservatives. So there's the two main parties, and they're always, at each other's necks. They're rivals really. You may or may not have seen some of the Conservative campaigns which take things about Gordon Brown's rule which didn't go very well, and they put it up next to a picture of him smiling, so it's quite funny there. Maybe I'll show like a little picture of that. But anyway, the general election is fairly soon, and recently there has been the first televised election debate. There have been two actually, one on ITV and one on Sky, where basically the three leaders, leaders of Conservative, Labour and Liberal Democrat have just, debated about, they've been answering questions from members of the audience, and they're all just, responding to each other's arguments and stuff like that. And there's also one on the BBC to come, I think, as well. So, like, a few years ago, I think, they said they were going to do one, but they never got round to it because Tony Blair was too afraid. But this time they've actually done one, and basically all that happened was David Cameron, the Conservative leader, and Gordon Brown, the current Prime Minister and Labour leader, were just arguing basically. And then Nick Clegg, who's the Liberal Democrat leader, was just sort of like, hey, vote for me while they're arguing. So that was basically all that happened. Yeah. Well, in the UK only people I think over 18 can vote, maybe? Something along those lines. And it's once every 4 years, like I said. So, those are the main things, really. I'm not that old, so I don't know that much about all of it, all their policies and whatever. But, the Labour are more socialist, which means they're more towards the communist end, but communism is very extreme, so don't go around saying that, hey, Jace Productions 105 said that Labour are communist, which is not true. They're just more on the communist side, while Conservatives are on more of the fascist end. So once again, don't go around saying Jace Productions 105 said that Conservatives are dictators, which they're not, but they're just more towards that side, and Lib Dems are somewhere in the middle. So that's basically all you need to know about the general election in the UK. So, yep, see ya.